On February 28, 1993, the ATF raided the Branch Davidians compound in Waco, Texas, on suspected weapons violations. During the initial raid, an intense gun battle erupted, resulting in the deaths of 4 government agents and 6 Branch Davidians. Upon the ATF's failure to raid the compound, a siege lasting 51 days was initiated by the FBI. Eventually, the FBI launched an assault and initiated a tear gas attack in an attempt to force the Branch Davidians out of the ranch. During the attack, a fire engulfed Mount Carmel Center. In total, 82 people were killed during the siege at Waco, including 25 children, 53 adults, and 4 ATF agents. This is Heather Burson. She was 9 years old during the Waco siege and was the last child to leave the Mount Carmel Center alive during the 51-day standoff. Even though Heather told us it took her decades to return back to the property after the horror she saw during the siege, she's now willing to tell people of the stories that happened during the 51-day standoff, as viewed through the eyes of a 9-year-old child.
Yeah. So the ATF and the FBI were alerted because of weapons violations?
Well, they said here's what brought it all out. So David and a small group of men were going to gun shows. They were buying and selling and trading guns or whatever.
Which everybody does.
Yeah. So they ran into an undercover, he wasn't even undercover, he was just in plain clothes. He had asked him, the ATF or whatever, had asked him, how are you making money, or what are you doing out there? And he goes, well, I'm getting a certain kind of guns, and I'm tweaking them, and I'm turning them into fully automatic, and I'm turning around and selling them. He goes, but what I'm doing is legal. It's not illegal. Not one time did they tell David Koresh that what he was doing was legal. It was illegal. He was not to be doing that. Yeah. But nobody told him that. So they could let him continue and do what he was doing. Then they started opening an investigation. I can remember when I was, I don't even think I was in school yet, but we were homeschooled. There was a certain, so when my aunt up there, Michelle, David supposedly married her when she was 12 years old, spiritually married her. Mm-hmm. My grandfather gave him consent. A bunch of people left Mount Carmel, went and reported David Koresh to the authorities. So CPS was called out here. So that's when David started being very careful, and David Thibodeau married off, my other aunt. It just started from there, and they supposedly moved in across the street in the house, and were watching us constantly. They would come over here. They said the tunnels and everything were secrets and everything. Well, if they were so secret, how'd they know about them? David would show them. They would come over here and have Bible study. We had Bible study 3 times a day, and it would be for hours. I have enough Bible in my life to last me a whole lifetime now. Yes.
The Branch Davidians are still occupying the property to this day. When the gates open, they're more than happy to allow you in to explore the compound, hear stories, and ask questions. They don't charge anything for this experience and run completely off donations. It was a gut-wrenching experience to hear the stories of what was a 9-year-old girl seeing most of her family die. But she likes to honor the memory of the deceased by telling the story of an FBI raid that went very, very wrong.